Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello class.
Hello, Mom.
Good afternoon everyone.
Good afternoon.
Nice to meet you again. How's your life?
I'm fine, and you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Hopefully we all is good condition and happy and have high spirit to follow this lesson. Before we starting our lesson today, we reciting basmalah together.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay. Do you know the name of the mountain that look like put here?
Yes, it is Tangkuban Perahu Mount.
Yeah. Why it is called Tangkuban Perahu?
Yes, because it looks like a bat, but it is upside down.
Yes, alright. Have you heard of the story of Sangkuriang and this folk?
Yes, I heard it.
Okay. Today, we learn about narrative text. Here, you are going to listen to read the story of Sangkuriang. Okay, before starting the lesson, I will provide a PPT hard file of the material and let's see. Okay, tujuan pembelajaran pada hari ini or learning objective of the material is to number one, identity to social function, structure, and language elements of the narrative text atau mengidentifikasi fungsi sosial, struktur, dan unsur kebahasaan dari teks naratif sendiri. Yang kedua adalah to listen and to read narrative text to get a moral lesson from a narrative text. Okay? Today I will explain about narrative text. Hari ini kita akan belajar tentang narrative text. Bisa disimak di PPT hard file yang saya bagi ini. Okay, what is narrative text? Narrative text is a text which contains about fantasy, fairy tales, or a true story that has been inherited. There is usually a moral to be learned at the end of the story. Jadi di sini teks naratif ini berisi tentang fantasi, kisah nyata yang biasanya ceritanya itu dilebih-lebihkan. Dan di cerita ini kita bisa mengambil moral value yang harus dipelajari di akhir cerita. Okay? Next. The purpose of narrative text. Jadi tujuan dari narrative text di sini adalah to amuse or entertain and to deal with actual or vicarious experience in different ways. Narrative deal with problematic event. Jadi di sini naratif teks mempunyai tujuan yaitu untuk menghibur para pembaca dan untuk menampilkan peristiwa aktual yang dialami oleh orang lain dalam berbagai cara. Biasanya naratif teks ini berhubungan dengan peristiwa-peristiwa problematik yang mengarah kepada krisis permasalahan. Okay. The generic structure of narrative text. Jadi Generic structure di sini terbagi menjadi 4 bagian. Yang pertama adalah orientation, yang kedua complication, yang ketiga adalah resolution, yang keempat
reorientation.
Oke. Yang pertama adalah orientasi. Orientasi is about the opening paragraph where the characters of the story are introduced. Biasanya orientasi ini berisi tentang latar belakang atau pengenalan para tokoh ceritanya. Dan yang kedua adalah complication. Complication is where the problems in the story develop. Jadi complication di sini ini bisa kita sebut sebagai permasalahannya. Untuk yang ketiga adalah resolution. Resolution is where the problems in the story is solved. Resolution di sini adalah solusi dari permasalahan, yaitu baik masalahnya selesai atau tambah buruk. Yang keempat adalah reorientation. Reorientation or coda adalah listen from the story, yaitu biasanya ini optional closure, yaitu akhir cerita. Biasanya diberikan atau bisa saja dihilangkan dalam sebuah cerita. Dan biasanya isinya ada yang happy ending atau tragic ending, ya, sad ending. Okay, the language features of the narrative text. Unsur kebahasaan dari narrative text sendiri. Yang pertama adalah using part action verb. Using part action yaitu menggunakan verb aksi. Contohnya seperti climb, turn, brought, and others. Okay, next, using specific nouns and pronoun of person, animal in the story, yaitu menggunakan kata benda atau orang, hewan, terus
dalam cerita.
Ya, alright. Contohnya
The king, the queen,
and
the lion.
Oh, okay. And others. Yang ketiga adalah using adjective which are for noun phrase, yaitu menggunakan adjektif di mana untuk menjelaskan noun phrase. Contohnya apa?
Long back,
Terus, okay.
hair,
Okay.
two red apples,
Two red apples. Okay. And others. Selanjutnya adalah using time conjunction, yaitu menggunakan kata penghubung waktu. Example, when, then, suddenly, and others. Okay, using adverbs and adverbial phrase to show the location of events, yaitu menggunakan kata bentuk keterangan dan adverbial phrase untuk menerangkan sebuah lokasi atau event. For example, here, in the mountain, ever after, and others. Oke, yang selanjutnya adalah using past tense. Sudah tahu kan past tense? Past tense using verb to. Verb to. Yang the last, using of variety of simple, compound, and complex sentence, yaitu menggunakan variasi atau kalimat-kalimat yang simple di mana ada compound dan complex sentence. Okay, I want to explain about example of narrative text. You can see in this paper. You can see in this paper.
Yes, I see.
Okay, the title of narrative text is The Story of the Smart Parrot. A man in Puerto Rico had a wonderful parrot until the name of the town was Cateno. This is orientation. Dimana ini memperkenalkan dari tokoh-tokoh yang ada di cerita di sini. So the man tried to teach the parrot to say Catano until until the next day the man came back to chicken house. He opened the door and stopped. He was very surprised at what they saw. This is complication. Okay. He saw 3 dead chickens on the floor until say Cateno or I'll kill you. This is resolution atau solusi dari masalah. Do you understand about material today and any question so far?
Yes, I do. Ma'am, what the mean also include in the narrative time?
Yeah, a good question. Myth is indeed an example of the types of narrative text. Jadi, myth di sini adalah termasuk dari narrative text because the story is fictional and a story passed down from our ancestor. Karena story di sini mengandung cerita fiksi dan ceritanya itu turun-temurun dari nenek moyang. Where we don't know the truth other than this story usually relates to supernatural belief and others. Dimana cerita-ceritanya itu biasanya mengandung alam gaib atau supranatural, kepercayaan dewa-dewa dan lainnya. Contoh dari myth di sini adalah the story of Nyi Roro Kidul. Do you know story Nyi Roro Kidul?
Yes, I have. Yes, I do.
Yes, alright. I forget to mention the types of narrative text. Tipe-tipe dari narrative text di sini ada folk tales atau cerita rakyat, animal story or fable,
Cerita
tentang
hewan,
legend,
legenda,
alright, comics,
komik,
yeah, alright, and others. Okay. The next session is generic structure analysis practice. I have glue, paper, marker, narrative text, and worksheet. So I share for material. You can then you analyze the generic structure of this narrative text into a coherent paragraph and write in the worksheet. You can discuss with me. Okay, this is a worksheet. And then the next, you can analyze the generic structure of the narrative text. Kamu dapat menyusun menjadi paragraf yang padu dari cerita naratif teks ini.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Mom, okay, ya.
Yang kerjakan activity yang mana duluan?
Activity 1. You can read the text below carefully and find the meaning of the difficult words.
I did.
Yes.
Text 1. Sang Korean. Once upon a time in West Java, Indonesia, lived a prince named Dayang Sumi. She was beautiful and great heart. Her hobby was weaving clothes, but sometimes she could be very lazy. One day, her weaving tool fell, but she was too lazy to get in herself. She shouted out, "Can anybody help me with my tools? If you are a female, I will take you as my sister. If you are male, I will marry you."
Okay, enough. So, this is generic structure. Firstly, the title. What is the title of the text?
Sang Korean.
Okay, all right. You can write in this paper.
Oh yes. Sang Korean.
Okay, the next question is orientation. Number 1.
When was the story take place? Once upon a time. Once upon a time.
Okay, all right. Okay, question number 2. Who is the main character of the story?
The main character of the story is Dayang Sumbi.
Okay, all right. You can write them here. Okay, the next question, number 3. Where did the story happen?
The story happened in West Java, Indonesia.
Yes, alright. West Java, Indonesia. West Java is bahasa Indonesia.
West Java, Jawa Barat.
Alright. Okay, complication. What problems did the main character face?
The problem.
The main character face.
My character say Sakuryang wants to marry Dayang Sumbi.
Yes, alright. Sangkuriang ingin menikahi Dayang
Sumbi.
Okay. Resolution. What did the main characters do to solve the problems?
Sakuryang got very angry and he kicked the pot upside down.
Yes, alright. Sangkuriang sangat marah dan
menendang perahu
ya.
mereka ke bawah.
Alright.
Very angry and he kicked the pot upside down.
Okay. I'm finished. Social function. No, nothing. Social function. What is the purpose of the text?
To entertain the readers.
Yes, alright. Do you understand? You can write down it. Okay. Very nice. The next activity. Aktivitas kedua. Analyze the generic structure of the narrative text. Yaitu analisis dari naratif teks ini. Dijadikan menjadi paragraf yang padu. Coherent paragraph. In this paper, you can read clue. So let's do it. This is clue, and this is narrative text. Narrative text about Snow White.
Once upon a time, a little girl named Snow White. She lived in a house bedtime. One day, she heard the uncle talking to Snow White. I have 2 minutes for analyze this story. Finish Mom? Okay. You can kamu dapat menempelkan in this paper. Yes. So check it out. Ini aja. Okay. Okay, I will check your work. Okay, correctly. The title of the narrative text is Slower. Alright. Once upon a time until parents died is orientation. Okay. One day she heard uncle until so he decided to escape his complication. Okay. The next day he ran away from home when her aunt and uncle were having breakfast. She felt in the food is solution. Okay, alright. Meanwhile, seven dwarfs come from from his work. They get into there. They found Snow White wake up from his sleep. He saw the dwarfs. Is pre-orientation. Okay, alright. Okay. Okay, give me a conclusion about the material today. You can give me conclusion. Kamu memberikan saya kesimpulan dari materi kita pada hari ini.
Conclusion is narrative text is a text which contains about fantasy, fairy tale, and a true story that has been exaggerated. There is usually a moral to be learned at the end of the story. Text structure is orientation, complication, resolution, and reorientation. Social function is to amuse, entertain, and to deal with actual or vicarious experience in different way. Narrative deal with a problematic event. Language picture is grammar, simple past tense. Use direct and indirect sentence. Vocabulary, animal character in fable, place and object related to character. Time conjunction and verb first, then after that, before, at last, finally, and exiting. Adverb and prepositional phrase and to equate time a long time ago, one day into the morning, the next day immediately and exit.
Okay, good conclusion. Okay, the next do the question on LKS Bahasa Inggris page 25 and submit them next week. 25. This is
Yes.
This is homework for submit them next week. Okay. I think enough for today. Thank you so much for your great participation today. Wishing you and your family in good health. Give my best regards to your parents. Prepare well for next material. I'm sorry for my mistakes. Stay healthy and let's say Hamdalah together.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Okay, see you next week.
See you.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.